I watched a snail crawl along the edge of a straight razor. That's my dream. That's my nightmare. Crawling, slithering along the edge of a straight razor and surviving.
Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. Getting some beers in before I have to fly out to Florida tomorrow for Welcome to Rockville. And the next beer I have for you came out of that box of beers I bought from Halftime Beverage, and it's another one of the beers from Heart of Darkness out of Vietnam. And maybe the intro there might have given you an idea what brewery this can be from. The Heart of Darkness is a brewery that I had heard of pretty recently, and as soon as I read about them, I knew I had to find their beers somehow, because Apocalypse Now is one of my favorite movies of all time by Francis Ford Coppola. It came out in 1979. It's based on the book Heart of Darkness from Joseph Conrad, or the novella, I should say, which was written in 1899. And apparently Heart of Darkness Brewing Company out of Vietnam named their brewery after that. And so a lot of their beers are somehow an homage or reference or nod to the book and the movie and whatever. But it's just a really cool name for a brewery, and especially a brewery in Vietnam, since Apocalypse Now is based in Vietnam. I'd really like to get out there to that brewery. But enough about that. So this is the second one I got. I paid $6.49 at halftime. I'm going to completely butcher this name. I have no idea how to pronounce Vietnamese or how to say this. But it's the Bia Xoai Chanh. I'm sorry. I'm sure that was terrible. It's a passionfruit mango lager. 5% alcohol, brewed with natural flavors. It's a 330 ml can, and it's got this cool looking skull, like with lava or sunset or something coming out of it. Really cool looking can there, kind of tiger striped on the sides. I mean, it's just a really cool can, really neat. I'm really stoked to have these beers from the brewery. And on the side of the can here, they've got writing in both Vietnamese and in English. See if I can read it here. Our brewer's identity is duly inspired by a Joseph Conrad novella and a subsequent well-known Hollywood adaptation set in Saigon, Vietnam, the home of our brewery. So the brewery here is from Saigon. They also have a location in Da Nang. And I believe, if I remember right, they were started in 2016. Product of Vietnam. Not much else here on the can. And I'm just really excited to get into these beers. The first beer I had from them, the Cucumber Lager, was really, really good. Hoping this beer, the second one I'll have from this brewery, is just as good. So on Untapped, this gets a 3.76, but there were only 31 check-ins. So obviously there was nothing on Beer Advocate. We'll get it in the glass here. It is a sweltering evening here in Cleveland. Probably see me sweating here in the attic studio. It's about time I start firing up the air conditioning up here. I just have to put it back in the window. Let's get a nose on this. Get the mango for sure. Subtle passion fruit. The passion fruit and mango being the stronger scent. And that's all I'm really picking up on the nose is passion fruit and mango. And that's a relatively clear beer. Maybe some chill haze on there. I know the glass is sweating. Down at the bottom, I can almost see the camera through it. Big fisheye soap bubble head on top, about my fat thumb's worth up there. As far as color goes, that's probably about a 2 on my SRM chart. And I'm really excited to try this beer. I hope it's as good as the Cucumber Lager was. Let's find out. Cheers, everybody. Right on. Passion fruit, mango, little tiny bit of hop bitterness edge on the back end. Both the passion fruit and the mango are very subtle. You do get the flavor, but it's very subdued. And there's just a little bit of bitterness rounding it out, and the bitterness on the finish. This is light, crisp, clean. This is fantastic in this sweaty heat environment right now. And it's not even that hot out. I just can't stand the heat. I can't stand the summertime. but it's not even that hot up here, but I'm sweating, and this is hitting the spot. I give this a big horns up. This is probably, so this will be the second one I've had from them. I like the cucumber lager better than this, but this is still a cracking good beer. This is really good beer. Super stoked to find these beers. Have you seen these beers anywhere? Have you been to Vietnam and been to the brewery? I'd love to go to Vietnam and visit this brewery. It's an adventure getting beers from halfway across the world through a beer ordering service or whatever you want to call it. And luckily, these all seem to be in date so far. Taste really well. They must have been packaged and traveled properly. It's always an adventure. And like I say, embrace the adventure.